Hello and welcome to the Confidence Academy podcast. My name is Lily Badcock and I am a transformational confidence coach and founder of the Confidence Academy Members Club, helping men and women just like you to build unshakable confidence and self-belief. Each week, I will be bringing you new episodes with advice and guidance to help you rebuild lost confidence, manage anxiety, and finally start living the life you were born to live. It is my aim to reach as many people as possible with the message that no matter what you're going through, no matter what your struggle may be, there is hope. And there is a way to create an amazing life for yourself. The incredible people I have been blessed to interview on the show are walking, talking examples of how this is possible. And I truly hope you will find their stories uplifting, inspiring, and motivational. The conversations are very open and candid and occasionally may include some adult language, so please take care when listening around little ones or grab some headphones. This podcast series is brought to you in association with Lily Badcock Confidence Coaching and the Confidence Academy Members Club. If you are ready to make the shift from anxious and frustrated to calm and confident, then visit www.lilybadcock.com today and get started with the free resources that are waiting there for you. I need you to know that you're not alone, that it can and will get easier, and that the transformation you seek is possible. You are more powerful than you know, and I'm here to teach you everything I know about harnessing that power and creating an amazing life on your terms. Before we dive in, don't forget to leave a review for us on iTunes and to check out the links in the podcast notes to the free resources we have available for you. But for now, let's get you on your way to living your epic life, free of anxiety and full of confidence. After all, confidence is yours as soon as you choose it. Hello, welcome back to the Confidence Academy podcast, and I am so excited to introduce you to Katie J Redstar, and I love the J. I think that just makes you sound like an absolute superstar. And Katie is all manner of things. She's an actress, a book writer, and also a sign language coach. Katie, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
So the first thing I should probably let everybody know is that you have what some people might class as an impairment or some form of disability. Do you want to tell us what that is?
I'm deaf. I'm profoundly deaf. I'm visually impaired. I have dyslexia. But I hate the word disability.
Yeah.
I like the term disabled. Because at the end of the day, I've got different ability to people. But that doesn't mean that I can't do things.
Absolutely. And I actually saw you on a video earlier this week. And I have to say, the waiting list now for an interview on this show is months in advance. But I saw you on this video and your message was so phenomenal and your energy was so beautiful that I messaged Luana immediately and was like, I need her on my podcast. In fact, I think I put it under the video. And the reason I wanted you on here is because you have such an important message. So let's just start with that. What is your message? What is the message that you are trying to get out to everybody that's listening?
It doesn't matter what label you have. At the end of the day, it's just a label. It doesn't define who you are, what you can do, where you can aim at. I grew up with the saying, deaf people are a waste of space, waste of life, and they shouldn't exist because there is no work, which to me is really hurtful. Because I'm a successful sign language coach now. Mm-hmm. I'm working with amazing people. I've travelled to Portugal for the third time on my own with no assistant. It should prove that that label does not mean that who you are.
Absolutely. If the label means anything, it should mean badass warrior, I think.
Yeah.
I'd be nervous to fly anywhere on my own. Like, I'd be nervous to do that. And I think you're doing amazing work and you are such an inspiration. And I think, anybody listening, no matter, I love that you say it's about the labels, because whether you're labeled deaf, blind, anxious or depressed or stressed or, all of these things, you're absolutely right. It doesn't mean a damn thing. It does not reflect what's in your heart and what's in your soul and who you are as a person. And it certainly doesn't dictate, or it shouldn't dictate, what you can accomplish in your life.
Yeah, exactly.
So you are inspiring people just by being here. I think just by the very fact that you're on here is inspiring. But I'd really love to know more about what do you do in your work? What kind of people do you work with?
I work with a different range of people, parents of their children, parents of children with not verbal language. I also now work with education boards, schools, community centres, bring people together through language.
Amazing. I just got goosebumps when you said that. Because I think, if somebody has a child who is unable to communicate for whatever reason, that must be so hard as a parent and for the child as well. And so the work you're doing is life-changing for those people, because you're literally bridging the gap between the parent and the child, and you're allowing them to communicate so they can understand each other, so they can both get their needs met. And with that, you're bringing this amazing message to all those children that it doesn't matter what somebody labeled you, it doesn't matter what a doctor said you were, like, you can do anything. And I think people like you are going to change the world. You're already doing it.
Yeah, but also what I believe in is people should have a choice of how they choose to communicate with others. I was born deaf. I've been deaf at the age of nearly 3. And for the first 2 years after I got deaf, I lived free to communicate with family, friends, school. But as soon as I moved to Leeds, sign language was the main communication. I wasn't even allowed to talk and sign. I wasn't allowed.
Right.
Because they saw me as, I don't know exactly, but kind of off-putting to the other deaf children who couldn't talk.
Right.
But if only they'd let me do both, like I do now. I use both. I teach sign language. I speak every day. They've got the best of both.
Yeah.
And having the best of both gives you a huge confidence boost to you've got the choice to, like, if I between my short in Portugal, and the other day I had ordered some food. I knew no Portuguese at all. But I asked for my food through sign language. They understood me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Universal. It's universal.
Yeah.
So right now, obviously we're on Zoom because there are people listening who can't see. So are you communicating with me purely through, you can see my mouth, or that's purely how you're communicating?
I can read pretty well.
Yeah.
Pretty well, in fact. But that is just through here to practice, to be honest. And it's not always easy to repeat everybody.
Right.
So, for example, a man with a moustache, a beard, you can't see his mouth.
Right, yeah.
It's hard.
Do you get your razor out and shave it off?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm going to need to see that mouth.
Yeah.
So when I get people on the podcast, everybody fills out a questionnaire, and I always ask people if there are certain techniques that they use to help them overcome their anxiety, because I imagine growing up as you have, I would imagine anxiety has played quite a major role in your life. Would I be right?
Yes.
So tell me more about that.
Yeah. For me, it took a lot of determination, a lot of willpower, strong mindset of what I wanted. It didn't matter what other people thought. I knew what I needed to survive, to die to. I knew what I needed to achieve to show that I could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I've done in life would be for me, for nobody else, but me. Now, one of the problems I had growing up was because you're all deaf, you've all got the same label. You all should have the same kind of education. And quite honestly, that could be nerve-wracking because you know you could do more. But at the same time, you don't want to be the odd one to stand out. But at the end of the day, you just got to do what you got to do to push yourself forward.
And this is what I love about you, because you're an absolute, what did Luana call you? An absolute rebel. You're a rebel. People tell you what you can do and you're like, I don't think so. No, I think I can do a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Go. Oh, I love that. So what would you want to say? Because a lot of the people that listen to this podcast are suffering from anxiety, depression, stress, all a culmination of those things. And I know, because I have anxiety myself, and I know that when you are in the midst of it and when it's at its worst, the little voice in your head will tell you that you're not worth anything, that you'll never get better, that there's no hope, that because you have anxiety, there's a certain way that your life will go and it can't be any different. What would you say to anybody listening who resonates with that and is maybe feeling like they've been dealt their cards and it can't change? What would you want to say to those people?
I've been there myself, and I would say, if it's something you really want, you will somehow find a way to get what you want. There's no right or wrong way in life. So for me, it took a lot of mediation, a lot of deep thinking, working out what I wanted. Now, going back a year ago, I wanted to join Star. My fears, my anxiety was, will I hear them? Will I understand them? Can I do it? Will they understand me? Can they hear me? We took a big step for me to walk it down room and do the audition. I had my guide dog with me, and to me, he was the breaking point. To stop overthinking things. It wasn't easy. I'll give you that, it wasn't easy. But step by step, I got the venue. I stayed down dead, I got a drink, calmed myself down, put some music on my phone, which sent it straight to me, clear. And I sat there for a good 5 minutes, grounding myself. And after that, what does calm down, I asked somebody which room we were in, went to the room, but before I actually went in the room, I just confirmed to myself, you are capable. You can do this. If this is what you truly want, if it's not what you want, walk away.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it took a lot of courage, but I walked in, I got through.
Amazing. And so where did you find that resilience and that strength? Because I know that's going to be the question for anybody listening. They're going to want to know, how did you do that? Now, I'm really into self-development, and I've learned a lot of times that lots of people who are, so say there, like lots of people who have overcome something huge, all say the same thing, which is you have to believe it to see it. It's not the other way around. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, self-belief goes a long way. But because I've overcome so many obstacles in life, more than anybody can ever imagine, I nearly lost my life a few times through different things. So for me, it was more of self-belief, self-worth, to know that I can do it, but also to know that it wasn't going to be easy.
Yeah, but so worth it.
Yeah.
And would you say that did you feel the pull from your soul to do it? Is that what helped you overcome the mind monkey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so to anyone listening, I mean, we cover this a lot on the podcast, this whole thing of tuning into your intuition. It's not this floofy, magical thing that's just nice to say. It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
And everyone's here for a purpose. And I feel so honoured to even be in your presence on this podcast, even though you're in Portugal and I'm here in the UK, because I really feel like I'm looking a change maker right in the eye. It's so inspiring. It's like, It's like meeting, it's like I've met like an idol or something of mine, because I can see it in your face. You absolutely know your worth. You know what you're capable of. You're not afraid. I can see it in your eyes. There's just no fear whatsoever. And you're like the human level. Okay, it might be hard. So what? I'm going to do it anyway. And that's powerful. I love it. Absolutely love it. So what would you say, what makes you so passionate? I mean, we've covered it anyway, I'm sure. But what makes you so passionate about getting this message out to everybody? Why are you so passionate about that?
Because I've seen what the message that I grew up with, that people are not worthy. I've seen the damage it could do to people. The people that I grew up with now don't even have a job. They stay at home, they're drinking, they have no self-belief. They just exist, but they're not doing anything. And I know for a fact, if I hadn't have stood up for myself at the age of 14, I would have been in the same position, which is no life. Just being there, drinking, socialising maybe, but very isolating, very depressing. I chose to get out of that before I got into the petition. Now, to be honest, I went through 8 years suffering with depression, staying at home, doing nothing. A year ago, with the turning point, I hit rock bottom, and I had nothing left to give to anybody. And I just thought to myself, why am I here? Why am I following the belief the school gave me? But prior to that, I had 2 jobs. I was working, I was happier, but I was also in abusive relationships. And for that 8 years, I was depressed. I had no friends. I was barely on speaking terms with family. So I was basically alone. And something within me just snapped. It says, come on, Katie, get out of this. You could do better than this. You are better than this. And with that, I applied to J Redstar to do acting. That was just the turning point for me, fighting my feet, fighting my voice. And within the last 3 months, I just grown, exploded further, fighting back to stop the younger generation going through the damage I did, because I know there's better out there. Maybe nobody actually found the right person to be the voice yet, but I'm fighting to get the message out there, because at the end of the day, it's just because something don't work, like your ears or your eyes or whatever. It shouldn't define you. It shouldn't discourage you from doing what you're passionate about. Any kind of disability, there's no easy way of achieving what you want. But if it's what your soul's calling, you will find a way. You will adapt. I have.
It's just amazing. I just feel like I want to get on my feet and applaud you. I will get on my feet and applaud you. I just think it's just incredible, because you're actually, I mean, I meet a lot of inspiring people through doing this podcast, but I've never met anybody, I haven't met anybody with a list like yours of what's the word? Challenges, right? You know, people come on here and everybody has a story, and everybody's story counts, and everybody's journey counts. And I say time and time again, nobody is here by accident. Nobody's here for nothing. You have a purpose. And I think the fact you found yours is not only amazing for you, but it's going to change the world. You're going to change people's lives if you haven't already started. I'm sure you're already doing it. And I'm so honoured to have met you. It's amazing. Tell me about your book, because it says here that you write books as well. So have you published a book yet, or is there one in the works? Tell me about that.
I'm writing a book with the Woah program. It's going to come out just before Christmas. And it's really based on the importance of communication, the failure of education systems, and self-worth, how you could change things around if it's what you want.
And I think the thing I love the most about your story, I think, is the fact that at the time, the first time you realised that your label didn't define you, you were 14 years old. At an age where a lot of people really start to second guess themselves, really start to lose faith in who they are and what they can do. And you were like, nope. Other thing. What was it that made you want to do acting? Is that something you'd always wanted to do?
I started acting 16 when I left school.
Right.
I went to a deaf drama school. Now we started off with 20 people, but I was the last one, and they decided to close it down after 3 years. But acting always been a passion of mine where I can express myself, how I could switch off and not be me in a way. Boom. Yeah, I started back up again a year ago at the age of 34. It's never ever too late to do anything in life.
No, and 34, you're still a baby.
Yeah.
And I think the message there, though, is follow your passion, isn't it? It's whether it's acting or singing or dancing or painting or playing the ukulele or dancing around in Portugal. By the way, you guys, so Katie's mentioned Luana a couple of times. This is her coach, and Luana and Katie can be found on, I don't know if it's on YouTube, it's definitely on Facebook, frolicking in the streets of Portugal.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant video. It made me smile. It was just pure joy. And in amongst all the posts, there's so much conflict around at the moment, so many people trying to tear others down, and right in the middle of all of it there were these two rays of sunshine just loving life, pole dancing around a lamppost and doing God knows what in shops with God knows what they could find, and it was just the best thing. So I think we should put a link to that video in the show notes, actually, and then anytime you're having a bad day, just watch that video and I guarantee it will cheer you up. Oh, amazing. So Katie has actually agreed to come into the Confidence Academy members club as a guest expert, so we will be speaking again, Katie, and we will be crafting some amazing masterclass around the subject of overcoming obstacles. I can't think of anyone better to teach that, and I can't wait. And I'd also love to get you back on once your book is out, so maybe early in the new year, once it's out and you kind of got it out there, do come back on and talk about your book and share with us, and I just want to speak to you more. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fabulous. So to everybody listening, I hope you've enjoyed this episode as much as I have. I'm inclined actually to share the video of this because I think your energy is bursting through the screen. It's like you have this halo of light behind you. It's beautiful. So I may even share the video for once. It's usually just audio, but I may share the video. And Katie, the way I finish every episode is with one piece of advice from the guest expert. So I always ask, if you had a megaphone and the ability to reach every anxiety sufferer in the world right now, what would you like them to know?
Don't be judgmental. Treat people as individuals and not by the label.
Absolutely. And I think that actually goes two ways. Don't be judgmental to others, and definitely not to yourself. Don't listen to the voice in your head that tells you all that negative crap, that you can't do it and that you're not worthy and that who are you to do it, and all of that. Anything like that is not coming from a place of love. It's not coming from your soul, and it's not your intuition. Tune back in to that still silent voice that tells you you can do it and you're worth it. And if you listen to those nudges, I mean, Katie's proof of this. You know, she's writing books, she's acting, she's coaching other people. It's literally everything we talk about on this podcast all the time, that you have brilliance within you. Go find it and then shine your light into the world as bright as you can and never stop. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Katie, thank you so much for being on this podcast. We will look forward to having you back on again. We would love to hear about your book. And to everybody listening, don't forget, I mean, this message is really, it's never been more poignant. Confidence is yours as soon as you choose it, or in Katie's case, as soon as you just decide to ignore everyone that tells you you can't have it and you go after it anyway. Thank you for tuning in. Katie, thank you again.
Yeah.
And I will be back again very soon with another episode. So thank you so much. And any questions, as always, you can reach me in the Confidence Academy podcast Facebook group. All of the links that we've spoken about here today will be in the show notes. By the way, Katie, do you have a website or some way that people can find you if they want to connect?
Best way to find me is through Facebook.
Okay.
I don't currently have a website yet. It's all been set up.
I love it. And you're crushing it anyway.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So Facebook's the best way to get in touch with me. Or I do have my own page called Ignite the Light Sign Language.
Perfect. And we will link to both of those. So Katie, if you send me those links, then I will put them into the show notes. And then anybody that wants to reach out to Katie, whether you want to work with her or whether you just want to tell her how freaking amazing she is, please do it. You can also message the Confidence Academy podcast Facebook group, and I will make sure that all messages get passed on for that as well. And if you would like to join the Confidence Academy Members Club, then again, the link is in the show notes below, and we would love to have you in there. But in the meantime, have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. I'm sending lots and lots of love, and I'll be back very soon with another episode. Thank you. Goodbye. And that's us done for another episode. I hope you are now feeling uplifted, inspired and motivated, and ready to start making those positive changes starting today. To get you started on your journey, I've created the Confidence Academy Members Club. This is an online resource designed to teach you everything you need to know about thriving in spite of anxiety, building unshakable confidence, and creating life on your terms. As a member, you will have access to weekly coaching calls with me and online trainings to help you manage your anxiety, overcome stress, and build confidence. Each month, we host a members-only masterclass with a guest expert from the podcast, giving you the opportunity to access world-class trainings and techniques for a fraction of the cost. For more information, head over to lilybadcock.com or hit the link in the show notes below. In the meantime, I'll be back again soon with another new episode and more amazing guest experts. But until then, look after yourself, dream big, and live bigger. And remember, confidence is yours as soon as you choose it.